to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders.
It's our time. It's our time. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
To the 50. Yeah, live.
Rodgers now on first down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Mike 42, strike 3. Get off the field.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the Raiders first down.
Here we go. Get the Pittsburgh.
That's what I do.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Monday, down. 180.
Check, Mike 42.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. You go take.
On third down, it's Grant. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Watch the edge. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Pick it up, pick it up. Hey, 734.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They will run with Grant. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Card out a throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Pull it high. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Screen, get it.
Rodgers now to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Kill.
Take 30.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones, looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
You better be afraid of me. You
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers stepping up. He'll try and run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch. Check. Franco.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Raiders 3, Packers 0.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure to take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Grant. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Under 10, 80 weapons.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Grant, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st down, Raiders.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Down. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
This is Grant. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Throwing now is Carr. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
4th down.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox light.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Inside.
Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there. 3 down, 3 down.
Kill.
Shift. Hey, watch the shift, watch the shift.
To throw his car. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Hey, wahoo!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
What now? You waiting?
Rip right.
Later on.
Watch the whip. Shift.
That's up.
Now a play fake. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive in the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Show it up. Show it up. Undercut. Undercut. Undercut.
On third down, Grant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Monday, down. 180.
Check. Check. Mike 42. All right, T. Let's all right, T.
5 down. 808.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They go back to Grant. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They can't hang with us.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot.
Go team.
Switch.
Greystone travel.
On second down, it's Grant, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a... And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Rodgers. Jones has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 59 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. On third down, here's Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On third down, Grant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. They'll try the left side. It's Grant. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You ready?
Check three.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's got it to Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So it's Raider football as we get you reset, and they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They they keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He's going to take a shot for the end. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
This is brought in at the 21. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Hey, switch gears. Check. Begin.
He's back to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay?
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And with that, they will move out in